Make a great car interior? Stop looking at car interiors. Get inspired by other stuff. Yep, okay. Sure, why not? Whoa, touchscreens. Put that in your dash. Now, luxury stuff. Make your seats like that. That thing has Wi-Fi. Why doesn't your car?
You can't do that.
Ignore that guy. Give it Wi-Fi. Make it fit 5 people. No, 5 actual size people. Give them legroom. Good. Destroy boring car interiors forever. And that's how you do it. Easy.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Hey everybody! Wow, we are live on Radio V, Radio in TV. It's a special edition of The Single Life today until about, 4 o'clock or so, until people decide that they want to go. Hopefully, it won't be sooner rather than later. What? So I have a studio full of people that are all staring at me, and it's very exciting. To get on air with us, by the way, as we are live, 855-878-4652. That's 855-878-4652. You can Skype us, T Radio V LA. All right, so let's just get to it. Gary Shapiro, welcome to the show.
Hi, what a great new studio.
Isn't this awesome?
It's
T
so
Radio
exciting.
V, Radio and TV.
I feel like Huell Hauser. Like, wow, what is this? A microphone? A vagina? Look what we have, everyone.
Well, we have a room full of funny is what we have.
We
and
do.
Sexy.
Yes.
We have
Thank you.
Sexy Lexi Love sitting next to Gary Shapiro, adult film star starring in over 600 films. And by the way, Gary
Can we just
is...
talk about cognitive dissonance for a moment?
Yes.
Lexi Love sitting next to Gary Shapiro.
What's dissonant about that?
It blows my mind.
El Smoocho.
Yeah.
It makes me think of porn in a synagogue.
Okay.
We'll get to more of that.
We certainly will.
After the
Paul
introductions.
Ravenza, welcome to the show. I've been dying to have you on here.
Oh, all you had to do was ask. Here I am. I love it.
I am
Nice to
really
be here.
honored and blessed with your presence.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No,
but
I really am.
I'm happy to be here.
I mean, Judy has said, my good girlfriend, Judy Aronson, who hopefully will come here too. Actress, 80s icon, Weird Science, American Ninja, Friday the 13th, part whatever.
And entrepreneur.
Oh, Rocket Body Pilates.
Rocket Body Pilates.
That's right.
Good old friend of yours.
Yes, I love Judy. I haven't seen her anywhere near as much as I would like to in my life.
And she's single. I don't know. Are you single, Paul Provenza?
I am perpetually single.
Oh, well, we'll get into that too, since this is The Single Life. I want to know all about your predilections.
I am when they give you an award, it'll be a little thing of me for the single life.
Oh, really?
A little statue of me. Here's your singly. You won.
I love it, the singly.
Oh, no.
In the image
I
of
love
Paul
it.
P. I love it. Rick Overton.
Hey, honey.
Hey.
Thanks for having me on the show. Oh, yeah.
Love Rick Overton, of course, actor, comedian, screenwriter. You know him from Willow and Groundhog Day and Eight-Legged Freaks.
And more recent things, like Pam's dad on The Office. And,
there you go.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey,
Judy
hey.
Aronson, we were
Judy,
just talking
is it-
about you. Come on in.
Come on
You're
in,
gonna have
I'm
to
Judy.
sorry, Judy. We already gave your credits before you got
We're going to have to share a seat.
Judy Aronson, who puts the Rocket Body in Rocket Body Pilates.
Sit with Jacqueline, your pal, because I'm going to have you two sing together later. By the way, I had an impromptu concert in my apartment the other night. Judy Aronson and Jacqueline Fleming, my girlfriend who's here, Canadian comedy writer, visiting Los Angeles, VOA of Canada, hanging out with us here today. Look at this. It's a full studio. Wow, look at this. Oh, we're going to get Judy her own chair. That's awesome.
She doesn't want to sit on your lap.
Hey, butt out.
If you're just tuning in,
I was trying to
We're gonna go to a
make
tote
a
board.
love connection, and geez, it just happened. Okay, so wow. I don't even know where to start with you guys. You know what? I know exactly where to start with you guys. To get on air with us, we are live on T Radio V, Radio and TV. You're listening to The Single Life. I am Sam Phillips if you guys are on the Twitter, please tweet that you're listening to us right now. We're tweeting that we're here. Please tweet that you're listening to us. Gary Shapiro is El Smoocho. Why do you have that moniker?
because
he is El Smucho.
I am a Spanish kissing bandit, but besides that, my internet nemesis, Gary Shapiro, is the president of the Consumer Electronics Association. And that's the first. He's actually the guy that like passed or helped get the legislation passed to make all TV and HD or something. I don't know. Whatever. Fucker's got every one of my emails, and so I am El Smoocho on Twitter. Say hi.
On the upside, your family thinks you're successful.
Right. And the other Gary Chabot can kiss your ass.
I just get a few of his business cards. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and Lexi Love is the Lexi Love.
Yes, she is.
So
Stop there for a second.
tweet her. And let me tell you, Lexi has done mainstream and adult. She's been a performer in over 600 films, like Butthole Whores and Squirt Gangbang, to name just a few.
I heard they're making a kids show out of that.
And it was hard to get
Animated,
it was tough to get the whole book in, but I think they did it.
I know.
Because you could have done 2 films with it.
But most recently, she was in, you guys are friends with Adam Rifkin, our pal. He had a TV show called The Look Series on Showtime.
Yeah, on Showtime.
There you go. Lexi has a great starring role in that. So follow her at the Lexi Love and tweet us right now. Of course, Jacqueline Fleming. That's Jaclyn, because you can spell Jacqueline any number of ways.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to spell my name. They also call me Janet, which that's not my name, guys. Get it right.
There you go. And Fleming is with one M.
Yeah, traditional Irish girl. That's all I am.
Aw, well, you're in a room full of people that appreciate that.
Irish girl.
And then talking to the microphone, too. Just turn it when it's your go. Judy Aronson.
Judy Aronson.
Hello, hello.
Yay! Oh, hey, better late than never. That's what I say. And then Paul Provenza. It's just Paul Provenza.
That's it. But I figure the spelling of my name alone weeds out a lot of people.
That's very true. So, dude, you are quite the funny, fantastic guy. You've done a bunch of really cool projects that people know you from, like The Aristocrats. I mean, let's start there. That was your directorial debut. Yay. Sort
Loosely
of.
speaking, directed it. If you could say you directed it, it's really kind of a home movie. But yeah, no, it was great fun.
How did you guys? And it was you and what's his face?
Penn Jillette. What's his very large face?
I know, whatever. I was just giving
One
you
of
all
the
credit.
largest living land mammals.
Yes, he is.
How did it all come about? The Aristocrats.
Well, it started as a thing many years ago. We talked for like decades. We talked about how funny the joke is, and we go like, have you heard Bob Saget do it? Yes. Have you heard Gilbert Gottfried do it? Yes. Did you ever hear so and so do it? And we always laughed at it, and we just talked about how funny it would be to just see one person after another telling this joke, and it became this running gag between us over many years. And then he got into jazz in a big way and was talking about jazz, and we're talking about how our Aristocrats idea is really like taking a jazz standard for comedians. It's the equivalent of taking a jazz standard and doing your own riff on it. And we just started talking more and more about it, and he just finally said, look, we've been talking about this forever. Do you want to actually do it? So I said, yeah, and that's what happened. So we just shot a few of our friends.
Who was the first one that you had on board?
Well, the first people we shot, this is really hilarious. We went out and bought cameras. It's just consumer cameras. We bought 2 cameras, and I called a handful of people and said, meet me at the Improv. We're just gonna do this and play around.
Was it the Hollywood one?
Yeah. And so John Ross, who was on my Comedy Central show, Comics Only, way back in the 80s, I called him. He came and did it. Kathy Ladman, Bobby Slayton, and we ran into Emo Phillips. And he said, what are you guys doing? So I told him, and he was like, oh, can I do that? So we said, sure. And so we did like 5 or 6 people that first night, and Penn and I just looked at each other and said, I think we have proof of concept. Let's just keep doing this and see what happens.
How long did it take
It was really
to film?
funny because the first night, so the camera in one hand and the instruction manual in the other. I keep changing pages with my teeth because we had no idea what we were doing. Really idiots. And then we just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And every time we called somebody and they got on board, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And Penn would always come up to me after every time we shot somebody, and he'd say, "What do you think? Do you think we have anything here?" I go, "I don't know. And then
When did you do Sarah Silverman?
Then we talked to George Carlin, and Penn said, "What do you think? We have anything?" I said, "Now I know we have something. I don't know what it is yet, but I know we have something." And we just kept going. And so we shot for like 4.5 years, and it was just kind of arbitrary to say, "All right, let's stop now." And
I mean, who was the last person? Like, what was the cap? Like, you're like, this person, we've got it. We're done.
Well, it was Carlin who gave us, just in him, whenever Carlin talked about comedy, it was just genius, you know. He was one of the few comedians of his generation that I could really, like, every time he talked about the art and the craft of comedy, it was just so exciting. And he deconstructed it, and he basically I saw a spine, you know, in what George Carlin said. So he was really the one who once again in my life, you know, put it over the top. George Carlin.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's a very cool story. You're the Green Room with Paul Provenza.
Yes.
Was that a precursor to Setlist?
Yeah, by a couple of years. And actually, Setlist was created by this brilliant comedian / writer / producer named Troy Conrad. And he called me and he said, look, I'm doing this thing. Do you want to do it? It was like the second or third time he was doing it. And he goes, I make up a set list and then you come up and improv the set. And I was like, this is the worst idea I've ever heard. I'll be there. and that night, as I was doing it, I just walked backstage and said, Troy, would you honor me in partnering with me on this so that we can take this around the world so every comedian on earth can try this? And he said, yeah, let's do it. And within a year, we had a deal for 14 episodes for a TV series in the UK, which just started airing in Australia. Wow. It's just a brilliant concept. And that was, so that was after the Green Room, but it's right in the pocket. It's just a direct line from the Aristocrats through the book that I worked on with Dan Dion, Satiristas, to the Green Room, to Setlist. They're all about the same kinds of things and the same ideas and the same kind of weird ways of getting inside comedy.
And you and Rick and El Smucho over here, you guys have been good pals. I mean, also, I'm sure in the circuit, you've known each other for forever, but you've also collaborated. Haven't you pulled these boys in?
Rick is like, I've known Rick for so long, and he's the first person I call for anything I'm doing, because there's nothing that Rick can't do. There's no time that Rick isn't funny. So Rick always gets the first call on anything. So yeah, he's been involved in just about everything I've done.
Uncle Paulie and Uncle Ricky.
Yeah.
And when Paul needs a Jew, my phone rings.
I call Gary. I go, I need a Jew.
I love that he's a rabbi too.
That's the greatest thing in the
Isn't that the
world.
fucking best?
It's the greatest thing in the world.
More than a rabbi, he's a grabbi.
But Gary,
I'm sorry, I just Jew up in my mouth a little.
I asked Gary when we started doing the Green Room. I asked Gary, please come and be in the audience, and I will just turn my attention to you and just be Gary. And it was like, no matter what was going on, Gary always came through with
that
something.
Was the best job in the entire
transition,
world
a turn,
had,
whatever.
by the way.
So funny. Gary's so funny.
That was the best job.
I actually had the pleasure of hiring Gary. I was a supervising producer on a 6-episode TV series, a comedy talk show with a bunch of comedians. I needed a couple of writers. I got Gary and Kira Sultanovich.
Wow, that is a combo.
Yeah, Kira and I got to work together. That was great.
Wow, Kira's like one of my
Genius.
favorite set listers of all time.
Fucking hilarious.
Brilliant.
Shout out to Kira.
We love you, Kira.
At Kira Comedy.
There you go. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here on T Radio V, Radio in TV. Come play with us on air if you have questions for Paul Provenza, Rick Overton, Gary Shapiro, Lexi Love, Judy Aronson, and Jacqueline Fleming, or myself, Sam Phillips. To get on air with us, it's 855-878-4652. That's 855-878-4652. Or you can Skype us, because you can see us right now. We'd like to see you. It's T Radio V LA. All right, quick break right here on the Single Life Special Edition on T Radio V, Radio in TV.
Oh, right. That was fast. We out of here.
My life begins today. Fly my nights away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. Ship isn't coming and my dreams get
Careful, you're no longer invisible in a midsize sedan. The Volkswagen Passat, the 2012 Motor Trend Car of the Year. That's the power of German engineering.
Sick of this thing popping up. I know. Cable's more annoying than... I shouldn't have to stop watching a show or cancel a recording. Cable's worse than... Totally. You need to upgrade to DirecTV and get the new Genie. She lets you record 5 shows at once. Wow. DirecTV is better than...
Record 5 shows at once with the new DirecTV Genie. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Oh, do it, Gary. Go El Smoocho. Break it down, bust it out, do it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, throw one riff.
Well, I'm the worst songwriter from coast to coast. I don't even have to rhyme. I just come close.
Not bad. All right, you guys, welcome back to T Radio V, Radio in TV. It's a special edition of The Single Life today, hanging out live until, I said 4 o'clock. I don't know what time we're going to be here until everybody's just going to leave me.
No, time is an illusion anyway.
Thank you. I have abandonment issues. I don't like anyone to leave me, as most people well know.
I'm going to sleep under the table.
Oh, shit. Lexi is only 5 foot tall. She could stand under the table. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. All right, you guys, to get on air with us, and I'll tell you who's in the room in a sec. It's 855-878-4652. Come play with us, 855-878-4652. We're also on Skype. It's T Radio V LA. In studio with me, Paul Provenza, actor, comedian, filmmaker, self-professed skeptic. I'm just saying, at Paul Provenza.
I think that's pretty agreed upon, actually.
And of course, Rick Overton, which is at Rick Overton on Twitter, rickoverton.net. And Rick's got a new podcast on the Sideshow Network where everyone seems to be going these days.
You know what? I just did it this past week. I just did it, and it is officially one of my favorites that I've ever done because all Rick likes to do is talk about comedy. It's so much fun.
It's called Overview with Rick Overton.
So check it out, Overview with Rick Overton on iTunes.
I love it. And you are one of my favoriteest, funniest people. And real quick, Rick, and I have a history together. I was lucky enough. There's a lady named Rita Piazza who was the manager of the Hollywood Improv. I know she's, upper in the company now. I don't think she's the acting manager. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway.
She runs a tight ship over there.
Yes, she does. So her and I came up with a comedy concept called the Red Light Comedy District, where we had a comedy boot camp for porn stars and centerfolds. And literally, Rick Overton knows you can teach almost anyone to be funny, somewhat.
Well, I'd say it was more of an exchange of ideas. They taught me a few things, too, And
now it's getting interesting.
Now I thought at this age I knew all the, but it's like owning a laptop. Do you really know what all the keys do?
You just stroke them, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Work that mouse.
Stroke them and find out.
I saw many of the shows. They were great.
Thank you. And Rick has a great improv troupe. Weren't you just 13 Steps or 13 Doors, or didn't you just do a show, 13 something?
Lucky 13 was on the 13th.
Hello. Yeah. I knew it was 13 something.
Yeah. That's right.
The improv. That was so much fun.
Was it?
Hello. So you and Chris Pina, and there's a whole bunch of people that I've played with before.
And you're hilarious. And did great shows.
Thank you. And actually, the only times I've ever done stand-up, which were like 3 or 4 because I tried to stay away from it, I like to host the show. And also, these adult film stars and centerfolds, they were really good playing theater games, like the Viola Spolin type theater
Well,
games.
they were actors.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we would write sketches for
Yeah,
them
they
with
did great.
like
Everyone was
different.
great.
Yeah.
Got
So
laughs. There you go.
standing room
Got your laugh.
only, lines around the, so it's a proven concept. Porn and comedy works well together.
And then some people say, "Oh no, it ruins the effect." But I don't think it ruins the effect of sex. I mean, no one wants any laughter in the bedroom, and I say, yeah, if this guy didn't want any fucking laughter, I'm all right. I mean, I can make a mistake.
Is that an admission?
Yeah, but Rick, you kind of had to get
really?
used to that.
Is that what you think? What?
You kind of just had to get used to that laughter in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's right.
not
But
really-
it's not because the size of my dick. It's just because I'm goofy. So I can still have a normal dick, but be goofy. And the closer to coming I get, the fucking goofier I get. And that's why women must keep their eyes closed when a man comes, because otherwise you are psychologically damaged by what you see. The guy shapeshifts his face. It's like women coming is like sexy and awesome. And it's just fucking, I can watch that forever on a loop, but a man's like,
You
That's
did
so
very well.
attractive. I was gonna say. I think I banged that
Judges?
guy.
10.
Oh, for sure.
I just what flashed over my mind was, oh, was that you?
Rick, are you single?
I'm single, and I can't imagine why.
Are you looking?
It never works when you're looking.
What's your type?
Most
Type
of this
that,
room.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say this room.
Yeah, doesn't mind a slightly older guy to, kind of.
What's your age
just,
range?
Take a little break from the rough young stuff,
Yeah.
Just get a slow night in there, where the old tiger still knows a couple of tricks. And what kind of girl am I talking about?
Yeah, I mean, like, do you like
A
20-year-olds?
girl that can stand facing this way.
And that's fun.
Yeah, work out some authority stuff. It'd be great. But I like someone who has this great sense of humor, likes to have fun, no gargantuan ritual into the bedroom,
But you're basically
so mutual understand. What?
But you're a relationship guy. Like over many years, you've had many
Sure.
relationships and were really committed.
Yeah.
You're not just like a casual relationship guy.
There's the on season, the off season, the mid season. It's farming, the fallow field. So, wow, that's that right
My
hand.
word. That even turned my monitor on.
Sorry.
No, that was great.
Dang. All right. Switch screensavers. So I would like to have someone who has fun and likes to have fun, open-minded, scientific.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go around the room. Judy Aronson.
Yes, darling.
So, single, ready to mingle. What's the story? And we gave your whole bio before you came in the room.
Are you happy?
Did? I
Are you
wonder what
rocket
you
body
guys said.
Pilates?
Are you happy being single? Because you've gone through periods in your life. No, seriously, are you happy?
I
being
love, by the way, I just want to say, this is such a great reunion. I love this man, Paul Provenza.
Why don't you
so
tell
much.
us how you know him?
He
Look at
played,
that face. Oh.
He played my love interest.
I like that face a lot better than that.
Actually, my first TV series that I was a regular on, and he was a regular
right.
on.
Yeah.
We were regulars together.
What was it called?
The Pursuit of Happiness, and Magic Johnson was on it.
Magic Johnson was on
a
it, right.
recurring role.
Right.
Really fun show. Brian Keith, who is Uncle Bill from Family Affair, played my father, who hires him in the history department to be one of the history teachers. And of course, you move right next door to us, right? Or
Right,
something
yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Something like
I
that in the
don't
same
know.
building,
Yeah,
or
it's
you just
weird.
were always around. I can't remember.
It was pretty sitcom-y. But
Yeah.
but the two of us were sort of like, I mean, you're a few years younger than I. by
Did you
far.
guys share an
So
on-screen kiss?
She was sort of like kind of in the midst of this world of network television / sitcom and all the politics and the bullshit that goes along with that. And I had been through it already a bunch of times and was already disgusted with it. So the two of us would sit there on the couch on the set and just go, how fucked up is this shit? The whole time.
But anyway, he played my love interest. Well, I was the young girl. I was still in high school in it, and he's the college professor, and I thought he was so
what?
cute.
It was autobiographical.
That's an inappropriate relation. I'm just saying. Did you guys kiss at all on the show?
I don't think we did we?
No.
Yeah, I don't think high
I think
school
I kissed
should
you on
be
the forehead a
kissing
few times. It
professor.
was one of those kinds of like we have to keep it chaste.
I had the little girl crush on him. You know, he was
Now, what
so
about
cute
a
to
big girl crush on him? Is there any kind of crushes happening now that
Oh,
we're
I
adults?
constant crush on her since the day I met her, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what's
But
stopping you?
But she likes real relationships.
Well,
I'll have none of that.
well, why? Wait, whoa.
Wait, I remember Anne. Wasn't that her name back then?
And that's why I'll have none of that any longer.
Why?
You know how that went.
Hang on, what? Okay, so are you a commitment phobe, Paul?
No, I'm not a commitment phobe at all. I've had a great deal of commitment in my life, but I prefer to be alone. I prefer being free and loose, and I also travel the world all the time. I am peripatetic,
Do you just sleep around?
but I take an ointment for that. What?
Do you sleep around, or do you
Hell
do
yeah.
you date? Do
I'll
you?
fuck anyone who lets me.
Wow. You're honest.
Yeah.
Our number again, area code 855-878-4652.
Turns out it is a telethon.
Check the tote board, Gare.
No, but he really is one of my favorite people. I just adore every time I love you.
I loved you.
Love seeing
We,
you.
we haven't seen each other in so long. It's really cool.
Actually, the last time I saw you was at the screening of your film, The Aristocrats.
Right. That was like 5 years ago.
At the
I'm
Actors
happy to
Gang.
facilitate this reunion.
But now you've gone on to an entirely new career and venture.
Yes, I was just starting that then. I
Yeah.
think when I saw you.
And it's going great, right?
It's going great. Yeah.
Look at this rocket body.
And Rocket Body
What
Pilates.
more endorsement do you need for what Judy's doing?
Just
Aw.
she's a walking billboard for her own profession. There you go.
Well, thank you.
There you go.
You have 2 studios now?
I have 2 studios right now, and I am beginning to set up the franchising, national franchising.
Wow.
So, are we going to see your guys' flabby asses in Rocket Body Pilates sometime soon?
Yeah. You know what? Yes.
I did
I
invite
would
you to the
love to.
grand
You
opening.
you really
You did,
need
but I
to
was on
support
some other planet.
You know.
Yeah, I would
your
love
girl.
to. I've never done Pilates, but everybody I know that has done it says it's like you
And they're
feel
all
it
in good
immediately.
shape. Yeah.
It does amazing things for you. You don't have to deal with high impact stuff or anything. You don't really run out of breath, and it's just that's what I'm told. I hear that everybody that looks at me goes, "You should do Pilates."
Well, actually, mine is not traditional Pilates. That's traditional Pilates you're talking about. Actually, mine kicks your freaking ass, and you sweat, and you run out of breath, and it's a fusion of Pilates, weight training, and cardio. So I'm going to take you through it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried bungee Pilates?
Bungee Pilates.
That sounds
You
really fun.
You got to commit to it. By the time you're near the bottom, you got to commit.
I didn't even know that's how it was pronounced. I thought they were Japanese pirates.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break here, you guys. Coming back, we're going to speak to Jacqueline and Lexi and El
Yay.
Smucho and myself. And
I've done Pontius Pilates. It takes place on a cross. Good night.
You're good. I like you. I like you, Paul Provenza. Who doesn't love Paul Provenza?
Well, that's a long list.
And Rick Overton. And El Smucho. Gary Shapiro. Lexi Love. Judy Aronson. Jacqueline Fleming. I'm Sam Phillips. You're listening to a special edition of The Single Life on T Radio V, radio in TV. To get on air with us live, come on, pussies. Who's afraid? You people are. 855-878-4652. Please give us a call. One call, any call. 855-878-4652.
All right, now you're starting to sound desperate.
No, actually, that's okay. I don't mind. 878-4652. Skype us, T Radio V LA. Quick break right here on T Radio V.
better, faster or slower?
Faster!
Yeah, what's fast?
My mom's car and a cheetah.
Okay.
A spaceship.
Spaceship. And what's slow?
My grandma's slow.
Would you like her better if she was fast?
I bet she would like it if she was fast.
Maybe give her some turbo boosters.
Tape a cheetah to her back.
Tape a cheetah to her back. Seems like you've thought about this before.
It's not complicated. Faster is better. An iPhone 5 downloads fastest on AT&T 4G.
You know my dad can eat 3 huge bacon cheeseburgers this big. For my dad, that's like a snack. Yeah, well, he also ate a mountain of french fries.
My dad can eat a mountain of french fries with bacon and cheese.
Yeah, well, my dad can eat 5 buckets of fried chicken. My dad can eat 1,000 chicken nuggets. My dad can eat a quadruple burger.
My dad can eat 500 corn dogs.
Yeah, so one day I'll be able to eat twice that.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
This is ice cap water.
Welcome back, everybody, to T Radio V, Radio in TV. You're listening to a special edition of The Single Life today. I'm Sam Phillips, and I'm sitting here with my very good friends. It's a studio full of fantastically funny sorts and some sexy ladies. We have Judy Aronson, Rocket Body Pilates, Jacqueline Fleming, comedian and comedy writer, Lexi Love, adult film star of over 600 movies, director. By the way, Lexi, we're going to talk to her about this in a second.
I've seen almost all of them.
Wow.
All 600.
I wouldn't doubt it. You're on the road a lot, Paul
I'm a lonely
Provenza.
man.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So Lexi has directed the film adaptation, whatever that word is, of a fantastic novelty game, an adult novelty game called Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes.
Now, who is Uncle Don?
Question 1. Asks Uncle Paulie.
He's a sweet old man that lives up by the Canadian border in New York. He's terminal, and when he became terminal, he made this game. And so then I used to be a spokesperson for him. I took off a few years, went back to school, and he called me. He's like, hey, I'm still alive, and I still have this game.
Always a good way to start a conversation.
Well, I hope he's alive if he's calling me.
Charlatan. Right, he's in the house.
So he's like, can you are you willing to hop on and, well, not hop on, but hop back on the project? And I'm like, okay, well, let's do this. So I've been living out of my suitcase and running around the country doing trade shows and directing movies and running around with exotic interludes in my bag.
So, does anybody know Uncle Don in the business? Did calling it Uncle Don be like saying like, well, this is Gary Shapiro's?
I do have my
sex
own
tips.
My own line of.
Well, how it ended
we'll talk
up
about it.
being Uncle Don's was that he was having trademark problems. Everything that he came up with was trademarked. He's like, my name is Don. Everybody calls me Uncle Don. Fuck it. It's Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes.
I'm in.
And we have Paul Provenza. I don't know if I said Paul Provenza sitting here, actor, comedian, filmmaker.
So theoretically, it's possible. It's possible that this game saved Uncle Don's life.
Technically, because
Well, I think you got your marketing angle right there.
Yeah.
And Lexi's going to tell you who's in her movie and whatnot in just a second. Of course, Rick Overton, actor, comedian, screenwriter, sitting here. I said Gary Shapiro. Did I not say Gary Shapiro?
You did indeed.
I did or I did not?
You did.
I did. Fantastic.
But thank you again.
Jacqueline Fleming, Canadian
Yay,
comedy writer.
Jacqueline.
In the house. Okay, so back to before the break, I was asking everyone in the room if they were single, since we are here on The Single Life. Rick is single. He doesn't give shit how old or what. Just
I want, at this
fun.
age, I'd love to have a great time with someone who actually is a great friend too. And without those two things, love is this synthetic thing that explodes later, no matter what you do. Without that part.
And then Paul is also single, but he doesn't really want a relationship. He just wants to fuck all over the world.
I am a libertine.
There you go. Judy Aronson is single and looking, not looking. We didn't get that out of you.
You didn't get that out of me yet. I'm pretty married to my work, but if somebody fantastic comes by, I'm definitely looking.
Would you have an affair with a hobby?
For a hobby? As a hobby?
With a hobby.
With a hobbit?
Now we're going somewhere.
Okay, Jacqueline
Our
Fleming.
first caller has called in. Hello.
Single? What's your situation?
I'm single. Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been single now for 3 years. No men. Nothing. I don't like ladies either. Though I love you guys, you're beautiful, but I'm not into the ladies. I don't want a badge near my mouth.
Just going
Get off your high horse. It wasn't.
Just saying.
It wasn't enough just to say that you didn't like the ladies. She wanted to specifically let us know, just in case.
No badge on the mouth,
No
ladies
badge
and
on
gents.
the mouth. I don't
Well,
kiss.
what if a girl wanted to go down on you?
No.
Why
I
not?
don't- It would take a lot for me to
Of
think.
tequila.
No heroin. It would take a lot for me to not be visualizing that it's a chick going down on me.
What if I got like a fake mustache?
Are you
and some
saying
cool
oh.
glasses?
Well, you know, it's funny because I wear a lot of fake mustaches, though I'm not a drag queen, a drag king, I guess it is. Yeah, I'm not a king.
So we've established it's not the hair part that's the problem on the face.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just the lady.
Okay, I'm
issue.
going to interrupt you
Yeah.
guys for a quick second. To get on air with us, it's 855-878-4652. That's 855-878-4652. I'll get to Lexi and Smoochie in a second. We're going to go to a call, you guys.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Our whoring, our number out has finally worked. This is fantastic.
It's me.
Oh, this is.
No, I'm kidding.
All right,
my mom,
so
I know
somebody
it's-
gave their name and then somebody didn't give their name. Should we go with the nameless person first since they were first online? Nameless person, reveal yourself. Welcome to The Single Life on T Radio V, radio and TV.
If it's Jack Nicholson, we're going to know right away.
Well, it could be
you
Christian
killed me right
Slater.
away. I won't reveal myself on Skype in that way. However, this is James in San Francisco, and I must be honest in that I'm completely ignorant and naive of your show, other than the fact that I saw a tweet from Paul Provenza and Rick Overton with regards to they would be on your show. And they happen to be two, both of whom are incredibly engaging, interesting conversationalists on a number of topics and subjects, not just comedy and the creative process.
Thanks, James, man.
That's
Thanks
very
for tuning
kind
in.
of you.
That is
So now
very
I'm blowing
cool.
sunshine up your ass. Hey, you guys, I'm a little short on my taxes this year. Can I borrow some money?
Yes.
So that's first rule of improv. Yes, and.
You never say no.
And we're printing it right now on my Epson.
Never mind, the ink won't dry. And as far as podcasting, my Lord, blown away by Rick Overton's podcast.
Hey,
Only
thanks,
listen,
James.
folks.
Wow, man,
Only
thanks.
listen if you're interested in intelligent, engaging, entertaining, sometimes funny, but touching conversation. Just
James, thanks, buddy.
It's just a mature, well done podcast.
Are you hitting on him?
I was going to
'Cause
say,
you know
are
he's single. You
are
know he's looking for that
straight,
special someone.
gay? What's your sort of leaning, James?
Leaning in what respect? Politically?
Sexuality.
Sexuality? I'm hopelessly hetero.
Are you in a relationship, single? What's your deal?
We live together, and so I'm not really single, I wouldn't say. In fact, she's my faux wife, and I'm her faux husband, or house bitch, as she calls me.
Oh, wow. Nice. I
Appreciate
like that.
the kind words, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, do you have any questions for anybody since you're on the line with us?
No, and I would just probably add one thing with regards to your earlier topic, in that you said that, the people that come from maybe the porn industry or adult film industry and comedy or having a sense of humor and sexuality, some say don't go together. I would disagree. I'd say they go together quite well. Those that have a great sense of humor, I think, are also more expressive and interesting in and out of the bedroom. And I've actually did some comedy work with a Playboy Centerfold, and she was amazing. I had great natural comedic timing. And
They're hilarious.
Couldn't say enough
Well,
good things
they
about her. Yeah.
certainly have no filters, and that's a key to good comedy.
That's right.
Well,
Another
I was
brand
gonna-
of
I was gonna
fearlessness.
bring that up.
Yeah,
there
it's
wasn't
another
a fear
kind of-
factor.
Yeah, yeah.
Of afraid to look bad, so to speak, or to be challenged in something that they're not wholly familiar or comfortable in. And it worked great. It went really, really well.
Since the earliest days of Limelight, the comedian has stood shoulder to shoulder with the titillation business from the vaudeville and on, you know.
And when
Well,
you
you know,
spend
Penn Jillette,
Excellent point.
who we mentioned earlier, Penn Jillette said something very interesting to me. The way he puts it is just that basically it's all one show business. And I've really adopted that, and it's really changed my perspective that there is no difference between a comedian slinging jokes or an actor, you know, getting work in a movie or a play or whatever, a porn actress acting in a film, or a circus clown, you know, throwing confetti on the thing. We're all looking for the same exact things, and we all have to go about the same, getting them the same exact way.
Yeah, and the result is lots of people sitting there looking at it.
Yeah.
And you know, when you spend so much time with dick, pussy, and assholes, we all have to have an outlet to be funny.
Yeah, right.
I spend daily with a pussy. I don't spend any time with dick. And a lot of time with assholes.
A lot of time with assholes. Yeah. It's dick, puss, and assy. What is it? Dick, pussy, and asshole.
Yeah.
That is
Exactly.
essentially everybody in show business right there.
And the shemp was like taint. the lesser known of the...
Well, hey, James, we really appreciate your call, buddy.
Thanks, James.
Appreciate the interesting show. And by the way, Paul is absolutely the ambassador of comedy and
Yeah,
a creative genius.
Sure is.
And go see Settler.
Go see Settler. Hey, we're gonna see up at the Sketchfest, right?
At Sketchfest.
You're gonna be there, James.
For that show.
You're gonna be on. You're gonna be on out at the Sketchfest.
February 1st, we're doing
I'll see you guys there. Yeah.
See you there,
Excellent.
James.
We'll meet
Thanks,
you there,
bro.
buddy.
All right, guys. Take care, bud.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. You guys tour with the set list all over the place, and we'll talk about that when we come back. And then I still want to hear about Sexy and her sex life. Sexy Lexi over there. And, of course, El Smucho, Gary Shapiro.
Can we go right to the Lexi's sex life thing?
Yes, we're gonna
Let's do that first.
When we come back,
Yes. Do it, Gary. Take us
give
out.
me a fucking...
Here.
Copy. He needs
There.
copy.
If you're already taking a vitamin A supplement, you're getting 9,000 units of beta carotene and a quarter of a cantaloupe. Okay, folks, thanks for calling in.
All right, you guys are listening to...
Last time on Lost.
On the Single Life.
T-Radio V, Radio in TV. It's a special edition of The Single Life. I'm Sam Phillips, sitting here with my pals, Paul Provenza, Rick Overton, Gary Shapiro, Lexi Love, Judy Aronson, and Jacqueline Fleming. To get on air with us, just like James, 855-878-4652. Skype us, T-Radio V, LA. Quick break right here on T-Radio V, Radio in TV.
What if there was a new way to deal with money that focused less on fees and more on what matters? Maybe your bank account is taking too much time, and maybe it's costing too much money. Introducing Bluebird by American Express and Walmart. Your alternative to checking and debit. It's loaded with features, not fees. Because we think your money should stay where it belongs. With you. The value you expect, the service you deserve. It feels good to Bluebird. Get it at your local Walmart.
How can you say you're in love with her?
Because I am. But you just met her at the supermarket.
What can you possibly do together?
She gives me Snickers peanut butter squared and I eat it.
It's Snickers with creamy peanut butter. Would you like one? Look, I don't care if she's your girlfriend. You're not taking her to the beach with us.
Hey, girl, you got a cooler for those?
Yes, I do. Oh.
Let's just keep an open mind.
If you love it, tell your friends.
If you like peanut butter and chocolate, you'll love peanut butter and Snickers. Try Snickers peanut butter squared.
Whatever Lola wants,
been looking for you all night. Thank you.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in
Welcome back, everybody. You are listening to a special edition of The Single Life on T Radio V, Radio in TV. I'm Sam Phillips, and I'm sitting here. Woo woo! Thanks so much, Gary Shapiro. Woo! And of course, I'm sitting here with Lexi Love, Jacqueline Fleming, Judy Aronson, Paul Provenza, and Rick Overton, taking all your calls live. 855-878-4652. That's 855-878-4652. Please Skype us if you've got it, T Radio V LA. So before the break, we were talking about everybody's sex life. Are you single, looking, good looking? What's your deal? Basically, Lexi Love, Sexy Lexi, adult film star, starring in over 600 movies like Butthole Whores, Squirt Gang Bang, Look series by Adam Rivkin, which is a mainstream series on Showtime.
Squirt Gangbang was, I believe, a Golden Globe winner.
Yes, I think
thought you
so.
directed
Here you
that.
go. I'll give you a preview
golden
of it.
shower
Oh,
winner?
wait. Here's another one.
Look at Judy Aronson knocking it out of the park. So Miss Sexy Lexi.
Who did the wardrobe?
That would have been my mom.
Jacqueline Fleming.
I mean, if that's not enough, there's Slut Collector. Here's some airplane movies. I don't know.
Is this you, honey?
Yes.
Oh my
That's
Lord!
me with a cock in my mouth.
Look at that.
That is impressive.
That is a big cock.
That's artistic with
Are
the
you
mascara
okay?
running.
Are you okay? Why are you crying?
Because that man shoved his cock down my throat.
You know what? I have to say, one of my favorite things is to cry cock tears.
Cock tears.
Yeah, I call them cock tears. It's when it's so big, it just chokes you and tears
And then the
come out.
mascara
Is that an Elvis
starts getting in
Costello
your
song?
eyes.
Cock tears, something, crying.
Cock tears of a clown.
I think I need to direct that.
I think you do.
You know what? The script writes itself.
Exactly.
I will look on GoDaddy right now. Cock tears of a clown.
And I don't know if there's
It's
any
gonna be gone.
penis sadder than mine. So if you want one to cry,
Okay, so Lexi, you're an infamous adult film star. You've transitioned to directing film fare now. Your latest film is Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes, starring whom?
Okay, Tasha Rain, Aubrey Adams, Ron Jeremy, Nikki Daniels, Eric Swiss, Allison Moore.
Ron Jeremy plays Uncle Don, doesn't he?
No, Ron Jeremy just plays himself.
there were only two choices there. Actually.
He's
It was either going to be
cameo.
Uncle Don
I thought this was the one where he was going to stretch.
I know. There's so many people. Vicky Chase, Eric John, who will be on later. Brittany Amber. I'm like going through the colors of everybody's hair in my head.
That's how I do it too.
It was really different. Like, I've directed plenty of porns, but never like with a product in a game and with my friends too. It was hysterical.
Placement is huge, right?
Yeah, it's really important.
You know, that always happens to me. Whenever I'm watching a porn and somebody's like, you look in the background and there's like a Coca-Cola bottle on
Yeah.
the table or something.
Astrolube
Or
label
there's
out.
I immediately go
Here,
to it and
sponsor.
I just go, man, I wonder if they product place that or.
Well, with
I
the-
always thought that's the way to go. Really, if you're going to do product placement, you should be doing it in porn.
Well, with lube,
Because it
yes.
really stands out.
It does, because they're like, why is that ruining my view? Ah!
Seriously, it always does a weird thing to me when I see something I know from the real world in a porn.
Because the two
And you know
universes
what? It's like-
aren't supposed to.
They're not supposed
Especially the woman he was with the night before, right?
Oh.
That.
I think
would be
squirting
true.
is great because that's fair. Because the guy's fucking rehydrating between each shot too. I think it's
Right.
fair that we both got to take a sip in between. You know.
Do you know that
Give me a
Lexi
little something back
is
in a
soy
month.
yogurt.
The Squirt Queen
The squirt queen, fantastic.
and the Anal Queen?
I know. I hear that the guys have to bring Gallagher plastic for the front row.
The splash zone.
Yeah.
It's like going to a Guar show. You know, in the front row, you're just gonna get really fucked up.
I think you see here Lexi Love in Sledge-O-Matic Volume 1, Sledge-O-Matic Volume 2.
And Riot Hose. She knocks them off their feet.
That one takes place in Mississippi.
Hey, John, we're going to take your call in just 1 second. I want to ask you quick, Lexi, before we go to John. So your sex life, sexy Lexi, are you single?
I am single. I've been single for quite a while now. And, you know, I like geeks. I really like really smart, educated people, like talk a couple different languages, be able to have an intelligent conversation. Young,
she went to
fun,
school for
and
chemical
local.
engineering, FYI. This is no, wallflower. This is a very smart chick.
Sehr gut, junge Fräulein.
German.
Очень хорошо, мой хороший друг.
Russian?
Good girl. No, he just wants to know if you want to buy a rug.
Actually, he was asking if she had a rug.
Bukachi.
Oh, geez.
Bukachi.
Oh, yeah? Chinese?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Hands on your buzzers.
What exactly does that have to
Dialects
do
for
with
400.
chemical engineering?
That was a really long time ago. I gave that up to come do porn.
I am
Well,
so
you have to commit.
curious about that. What on earth would a person who's studying chemical engineering, what one day you wake up saying, oh, I don't want to be a chemical engineer, I want to be a porn star?
Well, you see, once you get past the introductory courses, it all makes sense.
I was 23 and the internet wasn't around yet, really. It wasn't as prevalent. Nobody could just go home and be like, dude, oh, hey, look at Lexi. I'm like, you got to go to the store. You got to, this is somewhat thought out. And then the internet came and I'm like, whoa. Look, live interactive streaming. Holy shit, this is cool. I'm like, how do we do that? I'm like, I'll help you user test. But it's great because like CES always ran the same time as, the adult conventions.
And that's
until
the
recently.
Consumer Electronics Show.
And so like...
Well, they've worked hand in hand for a long time now.
Yeah.
That's not a mystery that
exactly. Multi-billion-dollar industry, driving technology.
Yep. Yeah.
You mean nerds don't look at porn? What?
It keeps the lights on.
Exactly. So it always worked out well. I got my sex and I got my geekdom. And as far as like dating, I have an OkCupid account. I've gone on. I do.
Under what name?
Oh, I'm not saying that.
Oh, well, there you go.
I have 186 unread messages as it is. Like, and they're just regular like pictures. I go for really
Don't you feel powerful?
No.
I shall ignore you.
Well, I also have in my personal email like 300 unread emails. It's not really about how many I ignore, but I filter through after being on the road and being exposed to thousands and thousands of people like every year. And I used to dance around the United States as well. You kind of like able to read people out even in emails. I've gone on 2 dates and they have been absolutely amazing. And I keep everybody very, very far away. One guy lives in London and works in renewable energy, and the other works in gamification up in San Francisco. And then I date like Googlers and stuff like that, but none of them live in New York.
And that's where Lexi is based out.
I live. So yeah, I don't like actually have a lot of sex because I'm kind of married to my projects and they take a lot of time. But when I do, I'm very picky.
And we're going to get to that in just 1 sec. We have a caller, John. Hey, if anybody wants to get online with us, it's 855-878-4652. You're listening to a special edition of The Single Life. I'm Sam Phillips, sitting in studio with Lexi Love, Judy Aronson, Jacqueline Fleming, Gary Shapiro, Rick Overton, Paul Provenza on T Radio V, Radio in TV. Welcome to the show, John.
Well, thank you.
So, what's your comment? What's your question? What do you got to say?
Well, honestly, I'm not sure. I saw this on Facebook, and I'm a big follower of yours, and I saw that the call was in live, and so I did.
Do you have any questions for me if you're my big fan?
Well, do you travel much?
Not as much as I would like to. Why? Where do you live?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, I have family.
Hang on a second,
there.
Lexi. You got an opening in Pittsburgh?
Sure, I could. Yeah.
I believe we have a district office there.
Sounds good. Where's your family from?
Somewhere around those parts, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
Do you have any questions maybe for, I don't know, our comedians, our adult film star, anyone?
Oh, I wish I did. I just had no clue what this was for, but I
Got any questions about chemical engineering? Because we could go a lot of different ways.
How about a question? What do you do?
One-hit wonders from the 70s? I can do those.
What do you do for a living, man? What's your gig?
Great. I'm a human resource director. That's what I do. Very exciting, I know.
Lexi, you're right up Lexi's alley. Nice nerd for you.
Oh, there we go. That works.
Are you single? Are you single?
I am single.
Are you dating?
Are you happy single?
Yeah.
I'm very happily single.
There you go.
Wow.
I think this
Not a
notion
bad
of,
deal,
of
trust me.
single
It's,
people are miserable, I think I don't think that's really.
I know most
think
of
that's
my
a
friends
canard.
enjoy being single.
Yeah.
Thank God there's no miserable married people.
I was married and
There's a
miserable.
lot more miserable married people than there are miserable.
I think that's
Because it seems like at least when you're single, you can go, well, at least maybe tomorrow. But when you're married, you're going,
There's always
fuck
tomorrow and
Fucking tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Same shit
No,
tomorrow.
I enjoy. I'm single and I have no children, and life is good.
Wow.
Do you have any pets?
That's so great for
I have
you,
no pets.
John.
I'm not home enough to have a pet. I love pets, but I can't have them here because they'd be abandoned.
What kind of a pet would you have?
Probably a dog. I like dogs and cats. I like any animals.
Nice.
That means you're a caretaker. That's good. That's a nice quality to have, John.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, listen, I really appreciate your call. Thank you for taking the time and saying hi. You're the best.
Thank you for talking, and wish you the best of luck with the show. And I hope to talk again. And next time I'll have more questions for you.
Ah, good. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Bye, John.
Bye, John.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too.
Thanks.
Bye. All right, to get on air with us, we are live 855-878-4652. You're listening to T Radio V, Radio in TV. It's a special edition of The Single Life. We've got Steven on the line. Welcome to the show, Steven.
All right, who's talking?
Hello?
Hello?
Steven,
Yes.
how are you today?
Stephen, you're on the air, sir. There's a room full of people with separate microphones and headsets, and you're not on camera because we didn't get it set up in time. But we're going
Stephen
to
in his
hopefully,
car?
yeah, we'll have you up online soon. But you are now broadcasting live across not just the nation but the world and beyond. And so.
Slow down.
So no pressure because we can't
Use your
see
turn
you.
signals.
You could say anything you wanted. We'd have no idea it was really you.
Hello?
Stop, please. Okay.
Hello, can you hear us?
Steven, you need to turn down the audio of the show
All right.
while you're actually on the phone with us.
It's off there. Hello?
When he goes around the moon the second time, we'll catch him on the way back.
Steven, I'm so sorry, buddy. But next time we pull you on, pull the trigger.
Yeah, because you got to go back to that school shooting because it's not working out here.
Okay, so I would like to just move forward, and anybody would like to get on air, just like Stephen, John, and James, 855-878-4652.
James?
Yeah, there was a
James up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Coming
He
up
was
to
our
Scotia.
first dude.
Yeah.
What's the number? Say that again.
855-878-4652. You can Skype us T-Radio VLA, and if you're on Skype, we can actually see you, and you can see us right
Chat
here.
roulette.
Yeah. You know what? I love that fucking
play.
chat roulette. I couldn't even say it. Because every second, third one is a penis. Have you guys checked it out?
You like it for the reason most people don't like it.
I think it's the fucking best. It's great.
I can go 3 feet away and find one. Straight down.
Gary Shapiro, are you single, Mr. Rabbi?
I am, and I'll be the single miserable guy then, I guess, because it's been way too. I just hate being. I am the featured dancer, by the way, later tonight at Bear Elegance. That's BEAR. If you want to come by,
give him a hug.
Sometimes I like to pretend my penis is a desperado, and then see if he'll let someone love him before it's too late. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
You've been leaving it on fence posts for too long.
I am single. I have no tattoos, piercings, diseases, or sense of human intimacy. Please call us 855-878-4652.
Gary, you actually seem to me the kind of guy who loves too much.
Thank you, Paul.
He's a giver.
You're a very warm, open, generous, kind person. Is that true? That's my impression of you.
Forgot handsome and talented.
No.
Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Paul.
No, but you seem like somebody who would actually be really a great person to date or be in a relationship with. Is that not true?
What are you doing? What are you doing after the show?
Are you some sort of dark, creepy, like crawl space thing happening?
I'm the same everywhere.
Yeah. See, why are you alone? That's not right.
Thank you, Paul.
Is it because women are bitches to you?
As soon as I find one I could talk to, I'll let you know.
Well, you're sitting in a room full of 4 of them.
Everyone here, present company excluded, everyone here is fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Present company excluded.
Is that what I said?
Yeah. Everyone here is fantastic. Present company excluded. Write that down, dude. That's a great line.
Yeah.
That's a keeper.
So apparently,
We're gonna
your
text
problem
yourself.
with women is mostly just communication.
It's me.
skills.
I'm the problem, isn't it?
Okay, we're going to take a quick break here on T Radio V. That's Radio in TV, a special edition of The Single Life. Get on air with us, 855-878-4652. When we come back, we're going to talk about rape jokes. You know, what? It's good times here on The Single Life. Paul Provenza, Rick Overton, Gary Shapiro, Judy Aronson, Lexi Love, and Jacqueline Fleming. Quick break right here on T Radio V, Radio in TV.
Oh, hey, Mike. What are you up to?
Just diagramming this accident with my State Farm Pocket Agent app. You can also get a quote and pay your premium with this thing.
I thought State Farm didn't have all those apps.
Where'd you hear that?
The internet.
And you believed it?
Yeah. They can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
Where'd you hear that? The internet.
Oh, look. Here comes my date. I met him on the internet. He's a French model.
Bonjour.
State Farm, more mobile than ever. Get to a better state.
What if there was a new way to deal with money that focused less on fees and more on what matters? Maybe your bank account is taking too much time, and maybe it's costing too much money. Introducing Bluebird by American Express and Walmart. Your alternative to checking and debit. It's loaded with features, not fees. Because we think your money should stay where it belongs. With you. The value you expect, the service you deserve. It feels good to Bluebird. Get it at your local Walmart.
Welcome to my secret lair.
And you are?
Your worst nightmare, Mr. Box. Since you foolishly brought back your bonus, Jack, I have copied your 2 pure beef patties, lettuce, melting cheese, pickles, and middle bun, plus fries with a drink for $4.49. Well, now you will tell me what is in your secret sauce.
Oh, I think I know.
We all know. Pretty obvious.
So you couldn't tell me when I handed out the Wiener dog lasers?
Is it possible Applebee's new entrees are full of flavor and under 550 calories each?
I'll believe it when I taste it. I believe it!
I can dig it! Okay, a bit of an overreaction, but what now? The old great taste under 550 calories flash mob bit. Yeesh. The new Zesty Roma chicken and shrimp and roasted garlic sirloin. Big flavor under 550 calories. Starting at just $9.99. See you tomorrow. And late night for half-price apps.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Oh, come on, Gary Shapiro, you gotta do another rap for me. You're listening to T Radio V, Radio in TV, a special edition of The Single Life. I'm Sam Phillips.
Getting hot like a toaster, girl from the poster. Come on, take a ride on my love roller coaster.
Gary Shapiro, ladies and gentlemen. We have Lexi Love in studio, Jacqueline Fleming, Judy Aronson, Paul Provenza, and Rick Overton. To get on air with us live, it's 855-878-4652. 855-878-4652. Skype us, T Radio V LA. All right, so before the break, I teased that we were going to talk a little rape joke talk. Yeah. Now, Paul, you brought this up.
Yeah, I brought it up because it's just interesting to me because rape jokes have become
taboo,
like the N-word in comedy. It's really, I mean, that's always been the case. It's always been a dangerous and confrontational territory. but now it's become kind of a real trigger. Just people will just shut down by the fact, regardless of what the joke is, just the fact that you're making a joke that swims in the pool of the idea of rape. And the truth is that, well, here's the thing. It's just gotten weird, but every time I'm in a group of, like doing a podcast or something, a live audience, and there's a group of women, I will often ask, who has rape fantasies? And it always predominates. It's always more than half the women who actually have rape fantasies. And they're able to somehow make the transition from a rape fantasy not being the same as whatever is horrible about actual rape. But they can't do that with jokes about rape.
That's a very good point. You know, it's funny. I have a best friend who is the poster boy for rape fantasies.
Which side? Let's clarify here.
He's an actor who did a well-known film
I
he rapes a girl in this film, and almost every woman I know has had fantasies about Esai Morales in the movie Bad Boys.
Yes.
Okay. So
well, that was among the better rapes I've seen.
Well, there you go. So, but I think what sets women
that's the kind of rape that had heart.
There you go.
It was no Prince of Tides.
And he was so hot. Come on.
And he was beautiful, but here's the thing. I think what women liked about that, he's a good-looking cat. Women like to be dominated. They like to give up their power. Some women just want to give up their control, and they're afraid to either verbalize it, talk about it, and they secretly fantasize about it, just 100% relinquishing everything to another person.
Which
and
you
a lot
can
of
only
people,
do with somebody you trust completely.
Right.
Right.
So, but I think there's something to be said for that stranger rape fantasy where it's a complete unknown person and not someone.
The fear factor?
Yeah. Like not someone that you see on a film and you fantasize that they're raping you, but just like, you know, overcome by the pizza delivery guy who comes into your apartment. I know couples that actually act out various different,
right.
you know, role playing.
Can we actually go to our female panel and see if that's true?
That's where I'm headed. Judy Aronson.
Do I have a rape fantasy?
Well,
Is that what you're asking?
Or any type of
Were you
fantasy.
nodding your head when Paul was speaking just now? I kind of think you might have been.
Tell me
No.
exactly what you want to know.
Tell me your thoughts on what I just said. How about that?
Well, tell me all your thoughts on rape.
All right. I do feel that in women's fantasies, they probably at some point have a fantasy of what that would be like. I think it's very different than reality. I think that's very scary when you try to bring it into real life. And so when people are telling jokes, in a sense, it's
almost like giving them permission, sort of.
It's like saying, "Wait a minute, giving them permission to,
you know,
say
like guys, you can joke about, so therefore you can go out and do it."
Exactly.
Really?
No, I really do think that.
Really?
I think
Then why doesn't anybody have any problems about jokes about killing people?
It happens when reported more often. So
What,
we're kind
rape?
of in killing people.
Killing people?
Yeah, and we're also very accustomed to it. I think in mainstream, movies and so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not defending either side. I'm
not saying one is right either. But
I'm not
different.
either. It's just a really interesting and compelling question to me as a comedian and somebody who deals in these kinds of things. It's fascinating to me the way a joke about something can suddenly be representative of the actual thing and take the heat for all the horrible things that have happened to women over thousands and thousands of years. Like, how does that begin? And again, if you ostracize that, if all of a sudden that becomes a taboo that you can't even talk about, what does that do?
Mm-hmm. Do you guys remember the whole brouhaha when
Daniel
Tosh at the Laugh Factory?
Well, that's one part of a long chain of events recently.
Do you want to
about
set that up
kind
a
of
little
thing.
bit? For people that aren't
I don't
aware.
think I know all the specifics.
Does anybody know all the
He did a
specifics?
rape joke. Some woman got upset about it, and
In the
his
audience.
response was just a better rape joke.
No, he pointed. He said, "Wouldn't it be really funny if everybody in the club just raped you right now, ma'am, in the fourth row, whatever?"
Right. Then there was a big flood of response to Comedy Central, and he had to take a day off and do an apology that was kind of.
But you see, here's what's really weird is that the humor of a rape joke is predicated upon the fact that rape is a horrible thing.
Right.
We're getting into the aristocrats territory
Yeah,
here.
it's the same reason-
It's like the whole point of making the joke is
Right.
because
Because it's
it's a
horrible. You would
horrible
never do
thing,
that.
and you
It's
would
the
never
joke.
do such a
Right.
thing, and that's the given upon which it's generally based.
Now, Sarah Silverman's going through a lot of those like challenges in her career and overcome them, but with people not getting that you have to have Irony 8.6 installed in your head to open
Right.
this file, or
Right.
it reads as cluster font. You know, you'll pick words out because it didn't make a sentence in your head,
everybody,
and you'll
right.
assemble your own angry sentence about it. But she's playing the role of someone acting like that, and if you know her, her morality curve is 180 the opposite.
Right.
But people now, it's the scariest implication is not the performance of the joke. It's an audience that no longer gets that stuff. That's the really scary part. We were raised in an era when that didn't exist. There are people that got the hippest stuff. They got Andy Kaufman. They got Richard Belzer. They were loaded with the most advanced irony opening software,
Yeah.
and they're being sold without it now. You know.
I think a lot of people take things way too literally nowadays.
Yeah, too sensitive.
Oh,
Minefield
wow,
people.
Yeah, no, way too sensitively.
What about Canadians?
Well, they're no
They're the
different.
worst with that kind of
Yeah, they're super sensitive.
I just-
No,
what
they
an odd
cry.
thing to have racism about.
They cry if somebody throws a rock near them. No, they no, we're pretty awesome. But I'm biased because I'm Canadian. I just think that I've read Sarah Silverman's book. I've read Tina Fey's book. I've read a lot of people's biographies, and the whole Tosh, subject as well. I just think that people are so sensitive nowadays, and they don't consider that perhaps comedy is there to try to enlighten people a lot of the time. Like, I understand
So
that
you can go to a movie where you see the most horrible
Of
things
course.
happening to people
In a
and
dramatic
know,
setting.
and okay, that's a movie, it's fake, it's whatever.
Of course.
But for some reason, when you hear it as a joke, you can't make that same obvious leap.
Yeah. See, I don't. I'm not offended by most things. So there's not. There's
Well, good,
not a
because we're
lot.
planning on having a little rape with you
Oh.
later on.
Now that also brings to what about Jew jokes?
Okay, but hang on. We're going to hang on with the Jew jokes. Really quick, we've got a caller. We've got Michael on the line to get on air with us. It's 855-878-4652. You're listening to T Radio V, Radio in TV, a special edition of The Single Life. We're talking about rape jokes. Wondering, Michael, if you have an
Got
opinion.
any good ones?
Welcome to the show, Michael. Hey.
Thank you. I was raped, or I raped, I don't remember. But I was wondering, are you married, either of you?
Which one of us?
Any of you?
There's nobody
any of the
married here.
comedians that are sort of on board.
Well, I'm married to Jesus, but we don't see each other and we don't talk much.
I'm married to my mustache.
I'm married to Pink Jesus.
Pink Jesus.
Why doesn't Jesus help the rape victim?
There's
Yeah,
a good question
there you
right
go.
there. That's actually a pretty
And that-
valid question.
That could be something you could put into your bit.
Because Jesus was too busy making sure some rapper won an AMA award.
Right. Well, I don't know about all that. There are flies when that comes up. But for me, I believe if you have a rape card, went to rape camp or rape college, that's legitimate rape. So you have to be careful.
Or the very successful, the very successful chain of rape academy films from the '80s.
Rape Academy.
Yeah, remember
That's
that
a great
successful?
song.
They
Steve
they
Gutenberg.
switched. Then they traded them out. And those guys, lesser known guys.
I'm going to rape the two of you.
Well, they won't get pregnant if
let me
it's
see, I got my-
legitimate.
You said
it so
So
affectionately.
You
I
gotta
got my
hang on to a dream.
I got my calendar
Who's
open.
gonna
here.
know?
You got to reach for the stars.
no one will
Tiger.
know because they won't
How's
get pregnant.
Tuesday? Is Tuesday good for you?
You got a thing at 3.
I'll toss in some Eros lube for you guys because it's the best anal lube.
Oh,
that sounds
yeah.
amazing.
See, now that's another thing.
Placement.
Lexi Love knows very well that you need special lube for anal play. You can't just use any old lube.
Oh, yes, you can.
No,
I mean,
you
Oh,
can't.
and that's special rape.
Try and
That's
use
special rape.
spit and go.
Is
So
Uncle
there's
Don's
legitimate
game the
rape
only
and
place where you can
special
actually
rape.
play the rape card?
Jokers are
I
wild,
mean,
right?
there is a pickle park in there, possibly.
I like to use a little 10W 7.5.
Yeah, right. In the winter,
I like
in the winter, you got to
special
go. Fit 'em.
legitimate friction rape.
Whose joke was it? I forget that 9 out of 10 people enjoy gang rape.
Exactly. That's cute.
Are you
That
of the
should be a new sign. Enjoy gang rape.
Yeah.
Because it's a lifestyle. All your friends are involved.
My little niece told my sister-in-law that I graped her. Isn't that adorable? Come on.
Well, when are they going to rape a rape show, a rape sitcom?
Have you ever been raped?
Michael?
No, I'm not a comedian, so I'm not forthcoming.
You came
Interesting
fifth?
dodge.
You came fifth or sixth?
I was upside down in a station wagon. Let's put it that way. There was
Nice.
enough room for every action possible.
Well, that's good, and it's good for your neck.
What's the?
I'm not one to argue. You're gonna rape me, rape me.
So now you've heard rape jokes, right?
Yeah.
Michael? Okay. Have you can you remember your favorite rape joke?
The legitimate rape joke.
A legitimate?
I wrote the legitimate rape joke, but I had a rape. What was it? Oh yeah. How come if a man stares at a woman, a man can stare at a tree for 2 hours, and he's accepted, understood, and considered a sweet, maybe even artistic gentleman, but if he stares at you for more than 8 seconds, he's a rapist. But I changed the joke. I said, how come me? And put the victim mentality into the rapist scenario.
I like
Then
where
you've
he's
got
going.
it all covered. Rapists only think they're rapists because of their victim mentality. Why'd I do it? How could I? What's wrong with me? Get rid of all that thinking. Drop it.
You've just
Let
put
people
the
think what they
sensual and
want.
non-consensual sex, sir. Thank you.
I just wanted to say hello.
I believe this is Rick Shapiro.
Yeah, you
Is that
love
right?
us some Rick Shapiro.
Hey, Rick.
Come on, man. We love you.
Damn.
That was hilarious, man.
That was some
calling
good
in,
shit.
man.
That was fun.
Thank you, buddy.
We're glad you called in because it keeps you off the streets from all that rape.
I think he's gone. Did he go?
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
he's done. Wow.
Rick Shapiro, very funny man. Go look at
Related
his
to
work
you?
whenever he's up and performing
No,
somewhere.
actually, we're
he's
not
a
related.
he's really
We're
brilliant
just-
guy.
we're
Very
friends.
funny guy.
He's really funny.
Okay, we're going to take another quick break.
He's a guy with no filter.
Yeah.
He
right.
is very
Zero
funny. He
filter.
should be sitting here, too. All right.
Yeah, you get him in.
You're listening to T Radio V, Radio in TV. We're going to take a quick break here on a special edition of The Single Life. I am Sam Phillips. When we come back, we're going to play a round of Uncle Don's erotic interludes. Exotic or erotic?
Both, I think.
Exotic, erotic?
Exotic.
Exotic. God, I got all tongue-tied.
Erotic.
Exotic
Uncle Don's
interludes.
Exotic erotic interludes.
We'll see which consonants we use right after this.
There you go. We got Paul Provenza, Rick Overton, Gary Shapiro, Lexi Love, Judy Aronson, Jacqueline Fleming, and of course me, Sam Phillips. To get on air with us, 855-878-4652. Skype us, T Radio V LA. Quick break right here on T Radio V, Radio in TV.
What's better, faster or slower?
Faster!
Okay, what's fast?
My mom's car and a cheetah.
Okay.
A spaceship.
Spaceship. And what's slow?
My grandma's slow.
Would you like her better if she was fast?
I bet she would like it if she was fast.
Maybe give her some turbo boosters.
Tape a cheetah to her back.
Tape a cheetah to her back. Seems like you've thought about this before.
It's not complicated. Faster is better. An iPhone 5 downloads fastest on AT&T 4G.
Hey Cam, thanks a lot for coming to my school today.
No problem, Nate.
I promise to exercise and eat right.
Don't forget 60 minutes of play a day, right?
And I'll grow up to be big and strong like you.
Absolutely.
And play in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
And be drafted #1.
Maybe.
And become the starting quarterback of the Panthers.
Okay.
You can be my backup.
Excuse me?
And make Panthers fans forget about you. And become your mom's favorite player.
Whoa.
I'm just loosening my arm.
Susie is dying to meet you. Oh, steer clear of Kristen. She can't control herself around chocolate. She'll devour you.
Really?
I'd be a terrible friend if I didn't warn you. Gotta go.
Yeah, thanks for introducing us.
Anything for a friend.
Ooh, strong grip. Ow! So, you want to grab a bite somewhere?
Here's fine.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm freaking out, man.
Why? I thought Jill was your soulmate.
No, it's her dad.
The general's your soulmate?
If what? No. He's on my back about providing for his little girl.
Hey, don't worry. E-Trade's got a totally new investing dashboard. Everything's on one page. Your investments, quotes, research.
It's like the buffet last night.
Whatever helps you understand, man.
I'm watching you.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm watching you, watching him.
Try the new 360 investing dashboard at E-Trade.
Radio V. Radio in TV.
Radio in TV.
Wow. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to T Radio V, Radio in TV. It's a special edition of The Single Life with my good pals. We got Paul Provenza, Rick Overton, Gary Shapiro, Lexi Love, Judy Aronson, Jacqueline Fleming, and of course, me, Sam Phillips. Yay! To get on air with us, it's 855-878-4652. And if you guys are on the Twitter at all, follow @TRadioV. Please tell all your friends. This is great live programming. Almost 5 days a week now. Awesome shows. Check out the website, tradiov.com. And, of course, I guess if they're listening, they're on that website. Hello.
Lexi, I have not seen Squirt Gangbang Volume 3, but I did read the book. Is it as good as the book?
I think it's better. Live action.
You're very funny, Paul Provenza.
Is it
These
all?
These are. Does anybody? I haven't bought
porn.
Who does buy
a hard
porn?
DVD in a long time? Does anybody buy porn DVDs anymore? They just go right for the download. Yeah.
Well, I do conventions like around the country. So when I go, people come and buy them directly from me, and then I sign them. Or if I'm on like a dance tour, sometimes I sell like panties and stuff like
Talk
that.
real slow. Talk slow.
And you can buy them directly from the source.
Wow, very sexy, Miss Lexi.
And I bet you sign them, right?
Sign them real slow.
Oh, shit.
But not with a pen.
With her squirt.
Okay, so Lex.
That's accuracy.
Why don't you set up Uncle Don's exotic
Interlude.
Thank you.
Sounds like the name of a bad sketch group.
So this game, which is under the table, the rest of it, if anybody wants to go down there, while you're down there, it's like strip poker meets Monopoly.
Oh.
It has toy money and cool pieces.
Strip poker meets Monopoly. Okay,
So if you win, you lose. And if you if you lose, you win. You win, you win. But the idea is to get all your clothes off and to get rid of all your money. For the porn, everybody gets it on, and they have a lot of fun getting.
Sounds like life.
I know.
Yeah.
And then here the other day, we have these cards in the game. When you land on them, you get to draw them, which moves the game along. And this kind of like sex education or getting to know your friends more. It fits up to 8 people. You're more than welcome. Pull a few cards out of here, pass it around. Those are the boy cards. Here's the girl cards. Just
How
pull
many
out
should
a few.
How many should they pick?
However many they want to pull out of there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I love it. No, you have boy cards.
Those are boy cards.
These are boy cards.
Yeah, and then there's girl cards.
Hey,
Okay,
Gary,
great. Yeah.
Gary, what'd you get? Pick a felony, any felony.
I like the improv group. I need an orifice and a kitchen utensil.
I need a girl card. I need some girl cards. Okay.
Busted with a hooker, go to court, pay fine of $100, lose 1 turn.
Okay.
That's just real life for you, isn't
Well,
it?
that could also be. Look, if that was, this could be Charlie Sheen. In which case, you actually, win.
Do we take turns drawing?
We'll just start with me and we'll work our way around the room. The first card that I just picked, it says collect 1 article of clothing from your choice of player. I think I'm going to do that.
You should.
Who do I want to remove an article of clothing from? Rick Overton. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Off come the glasses.
Hey, excuse me, people. My tits are down here. Okay.
Isn't she fantastic, ladies and gentlemen?
Down from the eyes, please.
She is hell on heels. Give her a big hand.
Okay, Gary Shapiro, pick a card, any card.
I just went for the first card, and it says it's Uncle Don's wild card. What does that do?
Whoa! I gotta go.
I bet I can guess what that means.
Name your fantasy.
No, seriously, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
name your fantasy.
That's how the game is
waiting,
played. It's
I've been
legal.
waiting for this for so long. Okay, Sammy, you are a hot divorcee in the kitchen. I am a young high school delivery boy with your bag of groceries, but you don't have enough money in your purse to pay for the groceries, so you invite me in for some fresh lemonade. I've thought about this a long time.
All right.
But that's it though. Gary just really likes lemonade.
Gary, can I do an impression of the lemonade sequence?
What kind of a name your fantasy would you do in the middle of a board game that you're playing with people? Like, it's not a board game, really.
Well, this is
really
a board.
a board
it is
game.
a
There's
board.
really
It's
a-
a board
there's-
game, but you're playing with people who understand this board game, and
All
they're
right.
playing a board
Yeah,
game
you know,
where
you could say, I would like
A
two
lot-
chicks to make out. I
people
want
make their
you know.
lemonade in advance in this board game. Gary
Yeah.
Shapiro.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're facing up the product here as well.
There you go.
You know, my favorite thing about that is the sort of Disney-like
Yeah.
cover
It's a
on
magical world.
Frodo.
of sex.
That's what sex is. It is magic.
Oh, look, he's
This
finding Nemo. What?
Dildo
Okay,
Baggins.
Lexi, draw a card, any card, lady.
Quick fix. You lost your favorite vibrator. Which food item would you use to satisfy your urge? I should have looked at the card before I lifted it over.
What would it be? What would it be?
God, I don't know.
There's not that many, really.
Well, I'm pretty creative.
Have you not seen her films?
Well,
Yeah, but I also know a lot of vegetables.
I would have to go with a small summer squash, probably a yellow one.
That's what I would have gone with.
An excellent choice. Garcon.
I recommend a white wine with that.
Jacqueline,
Okay. Oh, guys.
talk right into the mic.
What'd you get?
Shit. They want me to show off my cleavage, but
Yes.
Yay!
I don't see any reason why
but
you
you
shouldn't
have
show
to
off your
pay me,
cleavage.
so I expect real money for this.
$20? I think we can scrape that.
No,
Yeah.
no, $20 each, boy. I
Wait a
expect to be
second. Wait a
paid.
second. We actually have the instructions with us in human
There
form.
you go.
But they have to pay me real
We
money.
have to pay her each $20.
Yeah.
In the champagne room.
Exactly. Now, see, with the show off your cleavage, this is great for people who want to be a little more creative. You could just pull your shirt down a little and squeeze them together like that.
It's going to take a lot of work because I don't have a lot to show, guys. So,
And we also, for people who might be a little more timid like yourself,
Yeah.
we have 5 cards that you can get at the beginning of the game if you just want to be a voyeur, and they represent taking off your clothes. And hopefully by the time you run out of those 5 clothes, you'll be ready to actually give us your real.
I'll show you my cleavage. I'll show you my elbow cleavage. Right here.
Hot.
Are you shy?
That's
Are
pretty
you shy?
sexy.
Oh my
It's
God,
pretty
can I
hot.
lick it?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, and
Okay,
Good.
see, there you
Do
go.
it.
Oh, go ahead, lick her elbow cleavage.
Oh yeah, sweet God! You remember that proposition you had at the beginning of the show where you wanted to go down on me?
Ooh.
Wow, the Canadian's coming out of her shell.
I will be honest. I do not understand this game. I'm just going to say that. I do
That's
not.
not really-
I don't see what.
Well, this will
But it's
clarify.
a lot of fun.
This will clarify everything, Gary. You, my friend, have been caught with a pocket pussy in Pickle Park.
Say that 5 times fast.
Judy, pick a card, any card.
With a pocket pussy and pumpkin.
Pick one that
Park.
you feel
Pickle Park.
comfortable with.
I think it's from. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. To Pickle Park. To Pickle Park. To Pickle Park.
Are you gonna steal mine?
Thanks to you kids out there over 3 Biebers old for getting the Walter Mitty reference for us.
3 Biebers.
What makes you feel sexy? When do you feel the sexiest? I would say I probably feel the sexiest when I'm really, I'll tell you, at the beach in Hawaii, walking along the beach, stopping, beautiful sunset.
Nature, you're
hair blowing in the wind. That to me is incredibly sexy time.
Yeah. Well,
I would say that literally, if I were to look back,
mine
that's probably
involves-
when I feel the sexiest.
yeah, you can't do that in a cage.
Wow.
Yeah, you go right to cage.
Okay, come on, Paul. What do you got? What do you got?
You've been caught in a XXX booth with your pants down. Pay a fine of $20 or call Fred Willard's agent.
No, I don't think it's.
Wait a minute.
Say, for just a second,
It says it.
Fred Willard's agent?
No.
I'm just joking. Is there none there that asks you an intimate question about your sexual
No, but I'm
preference?
going. No. I went through all of them. There's no.
I would like a
questions
nun
there.
to
Here we
ask
go.
me an intimate sexual question. That would be fun. Sorry. go
Well,
ahead.
what makes you feel sexy, Paul? And when do you feel the sexiest?
I feel the sexiest right after I come.
Understandable.
I've always had a problem with timing.
Rick, you got a card?
paid holiday, go to Vegas for the weekend, receive $50 and free rent. I'm 58
What game are
fucking
you
years
playing?
old. I'm getting practical. Damn it, I'm a practical man now.
That's a card from
I
a
had
completely
the
different
party
game.
days.
I tell you
I
what,
had
somebody
the party days.
somebody paying my rent would make me come.
I'm getting hard just thinking of paid rent. Oh God, I've got.
It's like a magic spell. Choose a player that you do not know well. Describe what you would do to that person if you had your way. I would eat your pussy.
You would eat my pussy?
Wow.
But I would pretend I was a woman.
Would you wear a wig? Is that
Whatever you want, baby. Yeah.
Whatever puts pepper in your gumbo, honey.
Huh?
I can loan you a wig.
Well, I mean, you have very full hair, though, so
That's right.
you'd
We
have
can dress
to,
it up.
Then you'd
Yeah.
have to shave. And
Yes,
wear
I would.
lipstick.
Of course, I would. Yes.
I think the two of them like each other.
I think there's like a
I didn't write the fucking cards.
Oh,
a sexual.
Here, I
Okay, now I have a whole bunch of really good cards. Any one of them could just shoot this shit sky high. I don't want to stack the deck. So you
Pick for you?
yeah, you pick for me.
Top there.
Oh shit. Oh, that's not so bad. Name 5 qualities I look for in a sexual partner.
1.
A thumb.
This is the
He
improv
needs to
game
have
of
a
it?
thumb.
Ambidextrous.
I want another one. That's I don't
All
like
right.
that one. I don't like
All
that
right.
one. That's not.
Oh.
Oh. Do I have any sexual regrets? No.
Here's one. Here's one. Here's
we
one
have
for you.
another one?
Yeah. Here's one for you. Describe your naughtiest fantasy. By the way, the word naughty. Really?
Yeah.
I
I don't really have any fantasies. I've done everything. Pick another one.
Describe your biggest sexual turnoff.
Oh, that should be. A
No, I
no-brainer.
don't want to be a downer.
Wow, you. I've never seen. It's like you're at a congressional hearing.
Nah,
You answer
don't like
a
that
fucking
one.
question at
This
some
one
point.
says call Uncle Don at 855. Here's a good one, Sam.
Which?
Celebrity.
Oh. Which celebrity have I fantasized most about? I've banged half of them. I don't
Okay,
need
okay,
that
I
one.
have one for
Can
you.
I have some of that list?
Oh.
She's
Would
like,
I,
she's like the Rhodes Scholar of Uncle Don's
Yeah, yeah.
Exotica adventure.
would I consider myself to be submissive or dominant?
Or do you switch?
In my professional life, I am the dominant force. I'm the boss lady.
Right.
In my personal life, I like to be submissive.
Rape time!
I'm just saying, I
All
like
right.
to be, I like to be told what to do. In bed.
Like your hair pulled a little bit?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
I like to be tied up. I like my hair pulled.
Wow.
I like a little dirty talk. What are you guys looking at me
Awesome.
that's fucking...
So that means that
Three of
we're
you-
What if
I feel
it's-
like all 3 of you want to fuck
All right,
me
here's-
right now.